Hey everyone, I hope you're doing fine. As you have probably guessed by the title of this video, I'm attempting the 1 meal a day diet, where I eat all my calories in a short eating window of about 1 hour and fast for the remaining 23 hours. I've been planning to do this diet for a while, and this was also one of the most requested diets of you guys, so here we are right now. I'm actually pretty excited because I like to eat big portions, but also a little bit afraid and scared because I also like to eat throughout the day. So let's see how this goes. I just checked my weight and my physique, and I'm not really trying to lose much weight, even though I think it's almost inevitable to not lose weight on this diet. But I'm definitely not gonna restrict myself doing that 1 meal. So I will be eating until I'm full, and I will just eat whatever I like. So let's get this video started. Okay, so far so good. It's about lunchtime and I'm not terribly hungry yet. I just got a coffee. Everyone else is enjoying lunch in the kitchen, but I didn't want to sit there just with my coffee, making everyone feel awkward. But yeah, so far it's not too bad. I ate a lot yesterday, probably that helped. Let's see how the day goes. I just walked by the kitchen and a colleague of mine was having something that really reminded me of burritos, so I know what I will have for dinner tonight. Other than that, I'm feeling a little bit lightheaded, but at the same time I'm still having a good focus. Not sure if this is possible at the same time, but that's how I'm feeling right now. Definitely looking forward for dinner, but I don't think I will get out of work in the next 4 hours or so, so yeah, that will still take a while. Okay, I'm definitely not focused anymore and pretty lightheaded and a little bit shaky. For the last 30 minutes I don't think I thought about anything else than burritos, so it's really time to get some food into my mouth. Alright, I can barely think straight anymore, so let's keep this short. As I said, I will have burritos. I prepared 2 steaks with beans, a whole avocado, tomatoes, salad, and I will see just how many tortillas I will have. Probably between 3 or 4 tortillas, I imagine. And then as a dessert, I will have some Greek yogurt with some self-made protein bar, you could call it, on top. Pretty sure that will fill me up. If not, I will just eat more. All right.
I've also competed in Chicago.
No. This day just took a full 180, going from completely devastating to one of the best diet days ever. I don't remember ever doing a diet and having a burrito, so that's great. Burrito number 2. Third and last burrito. Getting pretty full already, which is surprising, so I can eat more today. But then I'm still looking forward to this beauty later. Alright, let's get on to it. Okay, feeling slightly pregnant right now, but definitely so much better than just an hour ago. My mood was really low. I was talking to my girlfriend while preparing dinner, and she asked me whether we want to play Exploding Kittens, which is like a card game we play online on the phone all the time. And usually I never refuse, I always want to play. But today I was like, no babe, I gotta eat now. I had to hang up and cook faster. So probably I should call her back now. She's probably a little mad. Other than that, I just calculated the calories of the meal I consumed, and it was around 2000 calories, which sounds like a lot for 1 meal, but it's still about 1000 calories less than what I usually would need to maintain my body weight. So that's pretty nice. So definitely this diet will work for losing weight, I assume. Alright, see you tomorrow, guys. Fasting until lunch is actually always kind of easy. I get away with just drinking quite a bit of coffee. It only starts to get hard during lunch or after lunch. A colleague of mine just came by and asked whether I want to join for lunch as usual. And I said no. I don't eat lunch. And she was just like, what? Okay. And walked away. So that was kind of awkward. I guess you don't really make a lot of friends when fasting. I guess never anyone said like, oh, let's go out tonight and do some fasting. Maybe have some water. Maybe have this new tea at this restaurant over there. I heard that's pretty good. Nobody ever said that. So today's already quite a bit better than yesterday. I'm about 20 hours fasted now, and the only thing that really annoys me is some weird metallic taste in my mouth, probably from too much coffee and no food at all. I gonna work out today for the first time fasted, so let's see how this goes. Okay, I'm a little bit nervous. On today's workout menu is deadlift, heavy deadlift, and I will try to do 135 kilograms over 5 sets with 6 reps each. But honestly, as long as I don't pass out today, I will see it as a success. But let's give it a shot. Last set. Wish me luck. Short break. Okay, that wasn't even terrible, except maybe for the last set deadlift, where I felt like something needs to come out, but I forced it to stay in, and then it was fine, and I could even do some other exercises. So I might even implement working out fasted into my daily routine, because it felt kind of nice to not have something in my stomach while doing heavy lifting, so who knows. In terms of dinner, or should I call it blinner, breakfast, lunch and dinner, I will start off with a protein shake with bananas, then some white coated salmon with potatoes that look like something I don't want to put into my mouth, then quite a bit of frozen veggies, and as a dessert we will have yogurt with dark chocolate. Alright, see you tomorrow, guys. I've never been so jealous of my cat. Good morning. Today is day number 3, and it's gonna be an interesting day because we are invited for dinner at my aunt's place. So that will be the only food I will have today, and I just hope that she offers enough food, because otherwise I might run into problems today or tomorrow. So it's gonna be interesting. Yesterday went actually pretty well. I had 3 plates of pretty good German food and dessert. The only mistake I made was to tell my grandma, who asked me after the 3rd plate whether I'm not eating well these days. I told her I'm doing the 1 meal a day diet, and then she educated me that I should eat breakfast and at least 3 meals a day. And you can't really argue with her, because she is 90, survived a world war and is still biking. So I don't have these credentials. So I just told her it's a challenge and I'm doing it for fun. Other than that, for today the plan is to hit the gym early so I can eat early. That's the advantage on weekends, and then we will see how it goes next week. Okay, probably the hardest part of the diet is actually that you're not allowed to snack. So usually when I enter the kitchen, I will just pop some food into my mouth, whatever I find there. And this is just not allowed right now. And it's like sometimes really hard that I find myself almost grabbing the snack, but then reminding myself, shit, no, I'm not supposed to do this. But this also shows you that often when we eat, we're actually not hungry, but it's just more like out of habit. It's pretty interesting. this sweet burrito here with Greek yogurt, berries and chocolate. Today I definitely ate less than the other days, so let's see how I will feel tomorrow. Today is also earlier than I ate the other days, so slightly scared about tomorrow, but I feel like I'm slowly getting used to the fasting, so definitely today was much easier than every day before that. Okay, this was a bad idea to eat so little yesterday. I'm feeling pretty much like the first day, which is terrible. My coffee consumption kind of went up from concerning amounts of coffee to a point where a constant IV drip of coffee would have been the more practical solution. Anyways, this little setback made me think a little bit about how to make this more pleasant, more sustainable, this diet. And I thought about the origins of 1 meal a day. And no, it was not invented by some guy on YouTube, but was actually invented by our ancestors, the hunter-gatherers, which had no choice but eat 1 meal a day most of the time because they didn't have a Starbucks or a McDrive or something. And so I figured, why not trying to eat what they ate? And yeah, surprisingly, I couldn't find any mammoth meat at the grocery store. So instead of eating a hairy elephant tonight for dinner, I will start off with grass-fed beef. That was the closest I could find. Mushrooms, berries, and nuts, kind of as a gathered food alternative. So let's hope that this will make me feel better tomorrow. Okay, this was actually really delicious, even though I clearly overcooked the steak, so you can roast me for this in the comment section if you like. However, I noticed that the whole meal had barely more than 1000 calories, so I decided to add a Greek yogurt into the equation, which certainly is not something hunter-gatherers would have eaten, but at least this will give my berries a home. And yeah, hopefully that generally this low carb meal will make me feel better tomorrow. Otherwise, I'm definitely gonna go back to binge eating in the evening. Even though I was slowly getting used to just eating 1 meal a day, I could feel that I didn't eat enough yesterday. So I increased the portion size for today's dinner and also included quite some variety to fill up on micronutrients. I just had a really good workout and now it's time for dinner, aka 2500 calories of pure pleasure, which is also the last meal of the diet. I figured I will end the diet as I started it with burritos. I'm so excited for this meal right now, and I'm also really excited to be done. And the last bit of the burrito. Okay, so last sip. Okay, now I will lay on the couch for a little bit and try not to give birth to something. Whew. Good morning. I recovered from yesterday's meal and the OMAD diet for a week is over. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about my experience and let's talk about the results. I just checked my weight and I dropped in total 2 kilograms and could reduce my waistline by 2 centimeters. So this is pretty nice. I also feel really lean right now. Overall, this was a diet with a lot of ups and downs, and quite honestly, probably more downs than ups. First of all, I started it wrong. I jumped from eating 5, maybe eating 6 meals a day to having just 1 meal. And this made me feel terrible the first day. So if you do it, just ease yourself into it slowly. Okay. Then whenever I didn't consume enough calories in that 1 meal, whenever I ate less than 2000 calories, let's say, I felt pretty terrible the next day and it was hard to keep up the fasting. And this also impacted my workouts at least on 2 days of the week. However, whenever I ate enough on that one meal, which also meant a little bit overeating, but whenever I did that, I felt pretty good the next day. So it is feasible, you just have to be a good eater. If you can eat a lot at once, this diet might be for you. If you cannot, I don't think you should try out the diet. Okay, another unexpected takeaway from the diet experiment is that working out fasted, especially during heavy weightlifting, felt pretty nice and I felt really strong and I had no discomfort somewhere in my body as I sometimes have when I ate shortly before the workouts. So this is something I will try to implement whenever possible. Then another positive thing was also my overall digestion. I was very regular every morning. I had no bloating or discomfort throughout the day because there was no food in my stomach and only was a little stuffed right after the one meal, which I guess is expected. Okay, I do think that this diet can be a great tool for weight loss. However, you should ease yourself into it. You should make sure you eat enough in one meal. And I would also generally recommend, even though I not necessarily did this, but I would recommend that you eat a low carb-ish meal because this will make it a little bit easier for you to fast throughout the day. I just didn't want to have a low carb as a confounding factor of this diet experiment. And of course, I love burritos. And losing 2 kilograms in a week and still being able to eat in total 9 burritos spread over 3 meals was definitely a nice thing. Alright, please consider giving this video a like if you enjoyed it. Also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And then hopefully see you guys next time.